In the shadows of the Soviet Union, during a time when the government insisted serial killers didn't exist in their perfect society, one man terrorized an entire region for over a decade. Andrei Chikatilo, known as the Butcher of Rostov, or the Red Reaper, murdered at least 52 people, mostly women and children, in some of the most brutal ways imaginable. This is his chilling story. Andrei Romanovich Chikatilo was born on October 16, 1936 in a small village in Ukraine, then part of the Soviet Union. His childhood was marked by extreme hardship. The 1930s brought Stalin's forced collectivization. Chikatilo's mother told him stories of his older brother being cannibalized by neighbors during the hunger, though this has never been confirmed in Hunted Him. Before we continue, please subscribe to the channel and leave a comment. This is my first video and your support would mean a lot to me. Why did it take so long to catch him? Why was his first murder never solved? Early 1980s. While Moscow enjoyed oil money, a maniac was active in the Rostov region. The 1980 Olympics were still fresh in memory, a moment of national pride. But far away in the Rostov region in southern Russia, something truly nightmarish was happening. He raped and brutally killed women and children. Bodies were found in forests, parks and along roads. Mutilated with 40 to 70 knife wounds, poked out eyes and cut off organs. In fall 1983, police linked at least 5 murders. They didn't understand, one killer or again. No clear motive or witnesses. Bodies were in bad condition, sometimes mummified or just bones. Victims were different ages and genders, but often from poor backgrounds, homeless kids from bad families. First victim, 13-year-old Luba from a village near Novocherkassk. She didn't come home from the shop. Body had at least 30 wounds. Then 10-year-old Oля and 30-year-old Ira with Down syndrome. Her sister dated with 40-year-old man Chikatilo, but police didn't check it. Police arrested again, but killing continued. Same style, many sadistic wounds. Several men confessed and named others, but new bodies appeared. Andrei Chikatilo worked as a teacher in several schools and vacation schools, and later as a supply engineer at enterprises, where he handled business trips for equipment procurement. During his time as a teacher, colleagues at the school considered him strange, and other staff humiliated and mocked him. Students complained about inappropriate behavior. He harassed children, boys and girls, tried to touch them. Due to numerous complaints about sexual harassment, he was forced to leave jobs and change schools several times until he finally quit in 1981. The director of one school recognized Chikatilo from composite sketch as a person seen with the first victim Leva Zakotnova, but advised not to spread the word about it. By spring 1984, half the murders were blamed on 5 suspects. They confessed easily with details, but these were mentally disabled people from a special school, simple, easy-influenced fools, not clever psychopaths. Police pressured them. One tried suicide. This shows how the USSR treated people with mental problems. They were suspected first, along with gay men, because some victims were boys. Police wanted quick result during Dropov's anti-corruption campaign after Brezhnev died in 1982. Thousands were fired from police. In Rostov, 70 arrests. An unsolved serial case looked bad. Confessions from fools helped. But killings didn't stop. The Fool's case closed only in late 1985 after a Moscow scandal. Interesting that peak of murders was in the stormy year. In 1984, when there were many thunderstorms and even tornadoes, Chikatilo committed a record 15 murders. He himself linked his arousal to the weather. 1984 was the bloodiest year. New bodies almost every week. They found biological traces. Look for a man with a blood type 4. Chikatilo's wife said that Andrei wouldn't hurt a fly in his entire life. What murders? She described him as extremely shy in intimate life. His sister Tatiana arranged his marriage, considering him chronically shy with women. Most serial killers to some extent imitate either Chikatilo or Hannibal Lecter, trying to surpass them in the number of victims or sophistication. Witnesses described a stopped man in glasses with a briefcase. In September 1984, they caught Andrei Chikatilo at the station. He harassed women. In his bag, Vaseline, rope, a big knife with blood. He was nervous and has been suspected before for touching kids. Seems like the killer was caught, but they let him go. Only punished for theft. Stole materials from work. Why? Lab mistake. His blood type 2 didn't match traces and bodies for. Later it was bad testing. Plus, Chikatilo didn't look like a monster, party member, family man, ordinary worker. In 1985 everything changed. Moscow sent a special team led by investigator Isaac Stoyev. They started the largest operation in Soviet criminal history, Forest Belt. Hundreds of police patrolled trains, stations, baths, parks. They searched forests, questioned thousands of homes, even used military planes for aerial photos, cost millions of rubles. Psychiatrist Alexander Bukhanovsky created a detailed profile. Killer about 50 years old, traveling job like supply manager, former teacher possible, good with kids, weak sexually, sadism for compensation for impotence. They used female officers as bait on stations. One detective even used his own daughter. But 5 more years passed without arrest. Why so long? Poor coordination. Different police departments didn't share information. Many stupid mistakes. Parents of missing children were sometimes suspected themselves. Uniformed police scared the killer away instead of watching secretly. They checked over 200,000 people, solved many other crimes, caught copycats. Chikatilo was smart. He changed regions, killed during work trips, Moscow area, Ukraine, etc. For a few years almost no bodies in Rostov. Copycat killers confused everything. Only in 1990 good witness description returned. Tall man in glasses with elastic band briefcase. Police focused on one railway station, Donlekos, several fresh bodies found nearby. November 1990, police saw Chikatilo near a fresh victim's body. His work trips perfectly matches crime location across the USSR. In November 20th, arrest. In his bag, sharp knife, ropes, fake documents. At first, he said nothing. Then, after 10 days, he started confessing. How? Psychiatrist Bukhanovsky came, read Chikatilo his own profile. Chikatilo cried, felt understood. Investigator Kostoyev spoke kindly. It's not your fault. It's illness. Gave hope for treatment instead of death. Chikatilo confessed to 55 murders, 53 were proven, sentenced for 52. He showed hidden graves, including one boy whose parents police had suspected of killing their own son. In court 1992, Chikatilo acted crazy, shouted, undressed, said nonsense, but experts found him sane. He planned everything, enjoyed power and pain. Historical context. This was perestroika and glasnost. Media could finally write openly about crime. Journalists loved scary details. They criticized Soviet police mistakes, Stalin's time. Chikatilo spoke about childhood, hunger, repressed family. Chikatilo tried to look like a victim of the system. He wrote letters, gave interviews. He asked Boris Yeltsin for a pardon, spoke about new free Russia and human rights. But not pardon. Executed on February 14, 1994, Valentine's Day. Chikatilo said his first murder was in 1978, 9-year-old girl in Shakhty. He strangled her through body in river. But another man, Alexander Kravchenko, was already convicted for that crime. He was a repeat sex offender. Police pressed him and he confessed falsely. In 1983, Kravchenko was executed. When Chikatilo confessed, it was a scandal, innocent man killed. But Supreme Court didn't accept Chikatilo's guilt for this murder. He mixed some details. So officially, the 1978 case remains unsolved. Friends, Andrei Chikatilo is more than just a serial killer. He became a real symbol. His crimes showed the dark side of the Soviet system. Police pressure for quick results, mistakes in investigations, ad treatment of disabled and vulnerable people, poor forensics. During glasnost, media turned him into a dark star. First time people could openly read about such horror. Most important, Chikatilo looked completely ordinary. Quiet, shy, family man, party member, but inside a monster. He's taught everyone evil can hide behind the most normal face. Quiet neighbor, the ordinary worker, anyone. That's why Chikatilo became an archetype of the maniac in our culture. Thanks a ton for watching, guys. Like button and subscribe if you enjoyed. See you next time.